The Worthington High School student parking lot is full of drivers that on occasion crash into each other. What happens after the crash? Mr. Hastings has been principal for 2 years and assistant principal for 7 years. When an accident occurs, it is normally reported to him.
Typically, what happens is I try to get as much details as possible, like where it happened, what time, damage to the vehicle, if you suspect who was maybe next to you, and then I try to go on from there. Sometimes I get law enforcement involved as well because a hit and run can be considered a crime as well too.
Officer Dan is District 518 School Resource Officer. A law enforcement officer, he tends to be involved too if needed.
So how we get involved is usually because the insurance companies want some type of a form or information to be able to give to each other and that kind of stuff. Forever. So we get involved, and it's either going to be an exchange of information between the two people that were involved, or it'll be a state accident report that'll be done, and that'll have a lot of different information of like what caused it, who caused it, and the information of the insurance and how to get a hold of people.
But these crashes aren't anything new. Miss Hastings is a graduate and a teacher at Worthington High School.
Once I found my car in the parking lot, it had a huge dent on the side, so I was pretty sad. I used to drive like a big old mom car, and so it was always fun to take my friends around.
A lot of factors go into a car crash, even as simple as something like the weather.
It all depends on the time of the season and stuff. So far, I think in the parking lot we've had about 3 or 4 of them in the student parking lot here. When winter picks up, we'll see a lot more come in the parking lot just due to the ice and the snow.
Another factor in parking lot accidents is students' lack of attention behind the wheel.
The biggest thing that I see is a lot of kids that are distracted or they are speeding, going too fast in the parking lot.
Finally, one last factor is a lack of experience from our newest drivers.
Our newest drivers are students that have just maybe turned 16, that are new drivers. I think some of our veteran drivers, maybe some of our juniors and seniors that have been driving a while, are not as at risk, but probably our newest drivers are the most at risk for creating some kind of accident or hit and run.
Remember, drive safe or you'll find yourself talking to Mr. Hastings and Officer Dan. This has been Irma Hernandez for Trojan News.